and I am proud to say I'm joined with Carl Williams of Synergy Fitness. Good morning, Carl. How are you doing?
Good morning, buddy. Yeah, I'm good. I'm pumped for a big day. It's nice and bright out there. The mornings are drawing out. It's nice to see a bit of light at this time in the morning.
Oh, it makes such a difference, doesn't it, to wake up and be like, oh, the day is already dawning. It's not 2 hours away. It makes a big old difference.
Absolutely.
And it's great to have you back on Early Breakfast. I love it when Toby goes away because I get to chat to you, and it's the spark of inspiration that I think everybody needs first thing in the morning. So thank you so much. And but it's funny you mentioned there about the days drawing in, and I'm gonna jump on top of you right now and say, for those that had a really good January and we had the resolutions, like I did step into January, I was doing 10,000 steps a day, and then all of a sudden February comes along and it's like, oh, well, I did such a good January, I'll have a couple of days off. And then the storms came and then the rain came. And for those that might have fallen off the bandwagon, Carl, what can we do about it?
Yeah, look, it happens all the time. And, we speak about it in the 12-week lifestyle transformation quite often. And Toby and I have spoken a few times that you'll probably have 12 events in a year that kind of send you sideways. And let's say it was the storms, or let's say it was Valentine's weekend, or let's say it was the up and down of, am I allowed to go out this week? Do I have to wear a mask? Am I allowed to go to gyms? Where can I go? It can sometimes kind of put you off track. So, I mean, the thing that you've got to do is you've got to essentially reestablish your goals and reestablish your setting point and go, right, where am I at? Yes, I had a good January. Let's take the positives from that. It might have been difficult at the start, or I might have felt really inspired at the start. If so, why was I inspired at the start? What was it that made me tick at that point in time? Let me rekindle that. Let me find that again, and let me write it down. Let me start again. Let me reset, and let's start with those new inspirations. I mean, this time of year right now, officially, they've reduced a lot of the track and trace now, and they've reduced a lot of the masks and whatnot. So almost for my industries, it's like a new year again anyway. So, it's a really invigorating time for me, and I'm getting a lot. It's funny, the last 2 weeks I've had more inquiries than I did in the first 2 weeks of January. So, sometimes it takes January to get past, to get past Christmas, to get past the extra chocolates in the house, to get past the financial difficulties of what Christmas brings, get a paycheck or two under your belts, and then you go, right, okay, now I've got everything else sorted. Now I can focus on myself. So yeah, finding that motivation is really key right now.
Yeah, and you mentioned that like, January can be a hard time, particularly because we're plunged back into new restrictions. There's a lot of pressure on January, and we could choose the best day today. It doesn't have to be the 1st of January, does it? We could do it whenever we wanted. And you've already dropped it in there straight away into conversation. There's nothing better than setting a new goal than having some accountability. And you're relaunching something, aren't you, Carl?
Yeah. The 12-week lifestyle transformation. It is back. It is back. We were going to do it in January, the end of January. But again, it's that traction for it wasn't there for whatever reason it was. People were saying, yeah, I can't wait to do it. Oh, I've heard all about this. My friend lost XYZ amount of weight or dress sizes when they did it. I'm like, right, are you ready to get yourself started? And they're like, oh, well, I am, but it's going to take me about 10, 12 days. I've got to get this out of the way. I've got to get out of the way. People assume January is the time, but actually, as far as the fitness industry goes, people are more enthusiastic, and they actually take positive action more towards the end of January, February than they do in January. So exactly what you said right there, mate. There is no certain date to be ready. It can be today. It's essentially the flick of the switch in your mind that gets you from being prepared in order to, taking action. And the action could literally be watching a video and going, I've been thinking about this for a long time. And now Carl's speaking online, and that's the inspiration that I need to go, that's a message. You can find a sign wherever you want in life. Anywhere you look, you can find inspiration to tell you you're doing the right thing. It's just when you follow up on that and take the action.
Yeah, and Helen Marie's commented, in fact, I find that buying a new piece of gym clothing gets me moving again. If I buy it, I need to use it. So it's any spark, isn't it, that can really get you and cause you that element of, I must do something now to see this through. So for me in January, it was the 10,000 step challenge for Megastar Foundation. It was accountability to everyone else that was doing it. And seeing those green markers saying I did it. And then February came and went. And it was like, oh, I need to find another spark again. for those that might not be familiar with the 12-week transformation, Carl, give us the overview, the pillars of the 12 weeks.
Sorry, Matt, I missed you there, but I'm assuming you said for those who are not familiar with the 12-week lifestyle transformation, can you tell them what they're going to experience in the 12 weeks?
You've got it, yeah. Yeah.
Right. Complete guess. I got the first 2 seconds and the last 2 seconds. Okay, so what it is it's a fully from start to finish program that I developed must have been about 4 or 5 years ago now, where it's focused on the beginners. It's focused on the people who need to be educated, but need that motivation at the same time. So essentially, we teach you how to eat correctly for the rest of your life. And there's no ifs or buts about it. If you're looking to change in a significant way, whether it's from a health perspective, weight perspective, strength perspective, health perspective, the eating and the nutrition is generally 70% of the way that gets us there. When you can nail your nutrition, then everything else comes into a line a little bit easier. And what I mean by that is when you're eating correctly, your energy levels work properly, and then your body starts working this processing system properly. And when that happens, then you've got the motivation and the mindset in order to get into the activity and the exercise, and then come into the gym or training at home 2 or 3 times a week. It's just part of your normal general day-to-day activity. So what we do on this is we teach you how to eat, which teaches you your mindset, which teaches you your motivation. And then from there, at the same time, we get you into the classes so you can do them at home or you can do them online. And we educate you on how to train correctly and then how to build that accountability. As part of that, what we actually do is we have you writing daily diaries, just a small little 2-minute page of how your day went, what could have went better, what you're going to focus on this time, what did you not quite understand that I can work on you independently in our one-to-one meeting in 3 days' time. Where did you find inspiration today? Where did you inspire other people today? Just little open-ended questions that get you thinking. Because the problem is when we're trying to improve on ourselves, we don't like to be honest with ourselves, and we don't like to think of the deeper, meaningful reasons. We think of the most simplest meaning, and sometimes it doesn't hold enough power in order to continue, generating that mindset and that concept towards a better lifestyle. So we get you asking questions about yourself, and within a 12-week period, it's only a short period in my book, but those 3 months they can actually set you up on the platform to a healthier ongoing lifestyle that you don't really need a break from. You don't get tired from. You don't need a rest. You don't lose all your energy, and it's something that builds you a lot of fans, a lot of friends, a lot of confidence, and you develop the toolbox in order to help yourself and others moving forward.
That's fantastic. And what I love about that is a lot of people that think of you and they think of CNG Lifestyle Fitness, they're thinking about being in the gym, about that physical workout. But of course, that was last on the list. You've got mindset and mental health first. And before that, you've got diet and nutrition. And there's something exciting coming in that realm as well, isn't there, with Synergy Talks?
There is, actually. I forgot about this. So obviously you guys who are listening into Pure Wash Radio a lot understand we talk a bit about food, Toby and I. And I'm not sure if you guys who follow his Instas or his Facebook stories, he's always got a meal on there. So I decided, Tobes, why don't we introduce, for you guys who say, yeah, Carl, Toby, you talk a good game, blah, blah, blah. But for me, it's a bit more difficult. For me, I haven't got the knowledge of food. We're gonna do a meal of the week for you. So every week when we come on, we're going to bring a meal and go, right, this is what I prepared today, guys. Let me break that down for you. So you might not understand right now, but I can tell you, you're going to know 12 meals in 12 weeks as a minimum. And we actually eat less than 12 different meals a week in our general day-to-day life anyway. A lot of reasons why people, they decide that nutrition isn't for them or healthy eating isn't for them is the thought of going, I couldn't eat the same foods forever in a day. But actually, if we looked at your food that you ate on a weekly basis anyway, I can guarantee you don't eat any more than 10 meals and you eat the same things. So it's the thought rather than the actual action of different meals is the thing. So within 12 weeks, we'll show you 12 different meals. We come on around 11:30, so it's a good time to show you a late breakfast or like a little brunch or even a lunch. Yeah, I mean, as an example, I haven't got one today, but I'll bring it in next week. I'll show you how to make a 2-minute breakfast with everything that you need, nice and balanced, and I'll have it there ready for you. for you to see. So there's no real excuses. Watch the live talks, come and see how we do it, and then action it and do it yourself.
That is fantastic. Like, I love food. And as you said, food is the foundation of living a mental well life and a physical well life. And having that delivered directly to us from you and Toby yourself, I think is going to be fantastic. Carl, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Is there anything else that you want to say? I know you got people coming in this morning. Any parting words?
No, one of my clients just come in now. No, just be motivated. Do something today that you've been wanting to do for a while. Take that action. And if you need any help or you want to see how we can help you change your life over the next 12 weeks and beyond, just give us a shout, give us a message. We're starting in 10 days time. So not this Monday coming, the Monday after. You don't need to be in the gym to do it. You can do it at home. You can do it. I had people doing it in bloody Australia last year when we were online. If you want the help, we're here to do that. And until then, I'll see you next week.
Fantastic, Carl. Thank you so much for your time and your energy and your spirit here this morning. I love it. I'm off to have a great day. Enjoy your day, and I look forward to Toby being off again so we can catch up again.
You doing? Nice to speak to you. See you.
Take care. Bye-bye. That was Carl Williams for you here this morning from Synergy Talks, talking about a new scheme, a new 12-week transformation starting in 10 days' time. Get in touch if you want to find out more. This is The Weekend and Blinding Light.